Hey everyone again, this is Bill Jobs, aka Synthesizer Bob Ross. Welcome to part 2, or episode 2, I should say. So as usual, we're just going to start with a sine wave and just see where it takes us. I'm going to try something that I haven't really tried yet. I wanted to experiment with using fifths. So I just opened up another oscillator here and tune the coarse tuning up 7 semitones. So I've got a nice fifth here, and I wanted to see how it would sound with a bit of FM. You can get a bit of extra harmonics. I guess it sounds like when you add the harmonic of the fifth interval there. If I make it more prominent, sounding pretty nice. It's really kind of like an old school brass kind of synth right now. Nice glide on that. All right, I'm gonna soften up the envelope a bit because I can hear a little bit. If you have the attack at short value, attack and release at a short value, or essentially off, sometimes you can get a bit of clicking. It's a little smoother. Alright, I'm going to save that just as our starting point. Just a simple little sine sub with a fifth. So sine sub fifth. Alright, let's do some other things with this. I think maybe a little bit of unison would sound good. Nice. Alright, you can hear like a subtle little waviness there. And I can hear a bit of clipping already, so I'm gonna lower the volume a bit on the oscillator stage. Okay, well, it's a nice little sub. Not really sure what to add to it now. A little bit of detune, get it sounding a little bit more warm. If I put the warmth on, it's kind of like a wave shaper, but I'm not sure I like it. This warmth sounds good for some certain sounds, but it doesn't sound that great for others. Actually, it's not too bad. It definitely changes the character of the sound. Yeah, I like that actually. Damn. Okay, too much clipping. Anytime I bring out the analog module, we just enter 70s organ territory. Alright, it's time to automate the FM, I think. Let's start with an LFO. First, before I do that, I'm going to save that. Just like a warmth, comfy organ. Listening to this organ and playing it feels real comfy. Okay. Now let's hook up this LFO to the... Oh yeah. Nice. Speed that up. I like the unison in this patch. If I turn off the warmth, not too much of a difference here actually. I'm gonna leave it off for now. Good thing that you can do if you're making kind of like a wobble noise like that is if you take the key Y on the XY keys and then hook it up to the LFO speed. Just the LFO rate is fine. And then you turn up the intensity all the way. when you're modulating the LFO rate, if you send like the highest intensity signal to it, so by pulling, I'm going to turn on sticky keys, by pulling my finger up all the way, it'll bring the signal to the highest intensity to modulate the LFO speed. And I believe if you drag it down all the way, it'll be half as fast. And then if you bring it up, I think it's twice as fast, but it sounds faster to me. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to... Anyway, I'm not going to get too caught up in that right now. That's a really nasty sounding wobble. It sounds really kind of lo-fi too. Should make like a lo-fi dubstep track with that. Pre-Skrillex, of course. Sounds real cheesy. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Cheesy, lo-fi, dubstep. Cool. Yeah. So far we got 3 sort of nice bass sounds. I'm gonna add another oscillator. Ouch. Okay, it's a little too harsh. The when you're using the pulse, square, and sawtooth waveforms, and you're using these kind of waveforms in conjunction with FM, it can sound a little bit too harsh. So I tend to stick with sine waves and triangle waves when I'm using FM. I'm gonna add a ring modulation. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, we're still in poly mode. It doesn't really lend itself too well to basses, but who said that this has to be only a bass? Oh yeah. You can turn off sticky keys because it's a little too easy to make mistakes. I don't know. I feel like adding a little dramatic effect with another LFO to the volume stage of the oscillator. So let's get LFO 2 in here. Set the range, hook it up to the volume. So it's going to slowly pulse the volume up. When you have phase enabled on the LFO, that means that it'll reset. It'll be like a key trigger for the LFO. So when you turn it off, it'll just be constantly cycling, and you can just sort of play in time with the LFO. That sounds cool. I'm gonna put some effects on it, some reverb and delay. Sounds real moody. Alright, now I think the last thing that I'm going to add to this sound, first of all, I'm going to save it. Save it as like a moody pulsing organ. The last thing I'm going to add is a bit of expressiveness. So I'm going to hook up the XY keys again, and then I'll hook up the vertical motion to the dry wet of the reverb. I'm going to turn down the intensity so that it doesn't go quite as wet when I'm moving my fingers up. It's really nice hooking up the XY keys to the delay time. It's nice. I could just experiment with that for hours. Change the LFO waveforms. Completely changes the character of the sound. Now we're like in 70s horror movie territory. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for now. Actually, I'm going to save this. 70s horror movie territory. I'm pretty sure I already have a preset named 70s horror, but we won't bother with that for now. Oops. Looks like I can't undo back to the other sound that I had, but I think it was just the only difference was this. Oh yeah, I gotta save that one too. Anyways, this was Synthesizer Bob Ross. Happy synthesizing and Happy New Year. Take it easy, everyone.